Okay, so this is the next video. It's your Jetta Gankars here, and I wanted to show you some rocks. And these are, I kind of did these rocks. I just drew them pretty fastly with a 3B pencil. And I kind of just made the shapes. And you notice that none of the shapes are the same. The next thing that I want to do is I kind of want to show you, especially if you're a beginner, how you would pay attention to the shadows in the rocks, because you have to think about where the dark areas are in the rock. So usually that's where the rock would be maybe touching another rock, where it would be in a dark area, or it could be like where it's touching the ground. You have to think about where the light source is. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of coloring in those dark areas, so I know that those are the darkest areas of the rock, and I kind of want to make them, you know, different shapes. I don't want them to be all the same, because the shadows are going to be different, right, on the shape depending on of each rock. So don't make the shadows exactly the same. You're going to have to put those shadows in there, and you're going to have to again think about where the light is going to be. So I've put in my shadows in my rock, so that's kind of like the second stage. Then I have to think about which is the lightest color. So maybe this up here is a very, very light gray, this is a medium gray, and this is a dark gray under here when I'm painting. But this would be kind of for the beginners that don't know anything about rocks. Do the shape of the rock, start looking at the light and dark colors. The next thing is you have to have a varied palette. So I'm going to come back and show you what those browns would look like if you wanted to do rocks, or what the grays would look like. And the reason you need a varied palette is you need to be able to have different colors in the rock. So you might have gray, for an example, but you might need a bunch of different grays. So for an example, I have all of these grays that I did here, and you can see some of them are light, some of them are medium, then they go dark, then they go black. And the more that I have, the more colors that I have, the better. For these, maybe I have brown, light brown, and medium brown. And you'll look at the color mixing exercises that I give you. You'll make those browns, and I'll show you what stage 2 will look like after this.